Hello everybody, System Chalk here, with a normal voice. Obviously that means small announcement. I'm recording this episode later, both late in the day, probably early morning if I'm honest, and late relative to where I want to have this happen. So there is a chance that this will not be done processing on YouTube by the time it goes live. If you are watching this video and the resolution is small or low and you don't have any quality options, that just means that YouTube hasn't finished processing it in time, and if you come back later, it'll be ready to go. My hope, of course, would be that it is within an hour or so, but the reality is it has sometimes taken a couple of days to get to the state that I would like it in. So my apologies. But needless to say, if you're watching this on YouTube and it's not where it needs to be, if you come back, it should be a little bit better. If you're watching this on the Twitch stream, it's already the resolution's already dropped down, so that won't affect you. But moving on, we will continue on with the story of
Caius, Spellsword, Dunmer, Eternal Champion, most loyal agent of the Emperor, former head of the Blades in Vardenfell. Leyawiin, finest courier in Tamriel, Auditor of the Great Houses. Oh no. That was a close one. I'll confess I've actually forgotten what I was trying to do before we found this portal. Wait, no point in fighting. So as usual, we really just want to get out of this. The novelty of going through these is sort of worn off. Do what you must. I have already won. Alright, where were we? Oh, I forgot what Shigarath's shrine wants. A lesser soul gem, a head of lettuce, and some yarn. Right, we were doing the Thieves Guild work. Let me off. some very odd things happening to this session. So where I can, it'd be kind of nice to check out some of these side quests, but at the moment, I don't really have any inventory. So we might check it out on our way back. But for the time being, this Thieves Guild quest isn't so much because I want to work with this Thieves Guild, as it is an opportunity for me to see some other cities. Ah, sorry, horse. See some other cities and work with the Mages Guild. Okay, I'm going to save and reset. I'll also get some water while I'm breaking in between, but let's at least get the game up. Alright, my apologies, I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so after taking down half of my desk, hitting that water, we're back. Guard might have some anger issues. Alright, so, our business here.
Darji's heirloom. Armand is no longer my primary Thieves Guild contact. My new contact is Skriva at the city of Breville. I can find her either at home or at the Lonely Suitor Lodge. I should ask her if there are any commission jobs for me. Darji's heirloom. Skriva has asked me to retrieve a ring that belongs to a Darji. She's a Khajiit living in Leyawiin. I need to go to Leyawiin and see if I can find her.
I'm only asking for enough to feed me kids.
What do you know about Adarji?
She lives on the west side of town. She is fond of the Three Sisters in the evening, but takes her midday meal at the Five Claws.
Any thoughts about Leyawiin?
Why doesn't the Elder Council send a legion to help us? There's no telling when another Oblivion gate will open.
You're telling me.
Blessings of Arcade. The dividing line between a live hero and a dead one is a sharp sword. Get the best you can afford from Tunzius. Because you don't want to be on the dead guy's side of the line, do you?
Is that a threat or a sales pitch?
Go ahead. So you say. Don't try to manipulate me. I like that. A lot. That's enough. Not now, not later, not ever. That's enough. Don't talk. Yeah, right. So, that's enough. Don't try to manipulate me. You win this one. Then, what nonsense. You win. What nonsense. Wait, I doubt it. What nonsense. You... I doubt it. What nonsense. I won't fight. That's not bad. I offer the finest...
Alright, obviously we're just trying to lighten our load a little bit.
You're trying to do... An excellent part. Make me a better op. That's a fair deal. That seems a fair. Thank you. Come again.
And I'm saving before and after just so I don't have to do the work again.
Gundala's guarantees everything almost free. At best goods and guarantees, retail service at warehouse prices.
I'm intrigued.
I'm listening. I wish I could say that. You can't... That's real. Don't waste your flattery on me. I wish I... Where'd you get that? Is that so? Don't try to manipulate me. Remark. Not now. No. Oh! Is that so? Don't waste your flattery on me. Where'd you get that? That's good! Well, that's just talk. Remarkable. Where'd you... Oh, please. Where'd you get that? Don't talk such rot. Oh, please. You're way... That's really funny. Not remark. That's not bad. Have a look at my wares. I'm
Alright,
sure
that was...
there's something to suit you.
It was obviously not a great run, but...
You've got... I can't do that. You need to make me a better... You've made a... That's more than I'd usually... You got a great deal there. Another...
I think I already have this, but yeah. Alright, so now that we've got a place to sell this, we're just gonna... So some of these are still kind of useful to me, even though they are taking up a lot of space. What I'm really looking for are anything that I wouldn't want to turn into a potion later. So restore agility I might need, so I'll keep a few. Clouded funnel cap, I don't need 55 instances of restore intelligence, but I can get a fortify intelligence out of them. Assuming I don't have fortify strength, but... I don't really use the cure paralysis potions I make, so I figured I might as well get those. Get those out. Yeah, I'll hang on to it just in case.
Gundala's guarantee. Can I interest you in some of my wares? Come back and see me again.
Alright, let's see if we can find some yarden and lettuce.
Go ahead, please. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
Sorry,
Bye.
not quite what I'm looking for. How are we for weight? Yeah, could be better. Trying to figure out what that icon was.
Why does the prey approach me?
Here you've got a stolen ring.
Yes, a filthy Argonian stole my precious ring. It was a gift from my mate. It has sentimental value. I will pay well. The stupid lizard hunts with the name Amusai. Find him, find my ring. Make him suffer, kill him, and I will be pleased.
The guild frowns on killing.
Stupid guild rules. He is only an Argonian. He is less than human and much less than Khajiit. If you must spare him, at least make him suffer.
What's your opinion of Leyawiin?
Leyawiin stands alone. That's what Count Garl says. Only our brave guardsmen to keep the hordes of Oblivion at bay.
What kind of training note do you offer?
You've got a lot to learn. Speak with Jabari here in town. He's good with light armor, far better than I. Swift hunting.
Adaji is offering 100 gold coins for a ring. The ring was stolen by Amusi. I wonder if that's the same Argonian that I competed against to get into the guild. I'll have to look around for him.
Ah, wondering what the deal was. Oh, come on! I'm not gonna reset every time I do that, but that one was pretty egregious.
I do not fear death.
Well met.
Hey, baby. You fancy some training? Sharina's the name, and blades are the game.
What exactly kind of training are you offering here?
If you're looking to learn even more, experience is your best bet. If you want pointers, I hear that Alex Lincolia is somewhere in Cyrodiil. Don't tell me you've never heard of him. He's famous for his skill with a blade. And at his young age, he'll be a legend one day, mark my words. I heard that he was on his way to one of the southern provinces, seeking fame and fortune. Maybe trying in along the way, like Fairgill. Go to it.
A pleasure to speak with you. Bye.
Just trying to see if there's any contracts.
Well met.
Brodras of the Fighters Guild. I don't do contracts much. Mostly I'm a trainer. Heavy armor. And
Excuse
look,
me.
no jokes about the heavy armor, eh? Not every bossman sneaks around with bows and arrows. I'm as tough and beefy as any orc. Got it?
I'll leave you alone with your resentment.
How goes it?
Excuse me.
Read any good books lately?
I've been trying to...
It's my pleasure. Please, continue. Bye.
Hail.
Good to see you.
Oh, let us, huh?
Hi there.
And there's a shepherd who teaches athletics too, I think.
I don't remember if I read the guide to Leyawiin or not.
Yeah, buy a goddamn book. It's a bookstore, ain't it? Don't just go peeking at them. Buy one! I'm Bugak Grabol, and I say you better buy a goddamn book. And right away, damn it! There's much I can show you.
I can't imagine why you'd be a good trainer in Blunt.
Take your time. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. You drive a hard bargain.
I don't think I've seen this one yet.
I can't do that. I can't make me a bet.
I don't believe I've read this yet. I feel like I should
I
read this
let
one.
that go too cheaply.
This one I feel like I've read, but I don't remember it.
fine bargain for you. A fine bargain for you. Thanks for your business. What can I interest you in? That's a good... Man. That's a... You're a fine Thank you for your patronage. Good to...
Got some material. Alright, so. First off, Guide to Leyawiin.
Elisa Otis's Guide to Leyawiin. Zenithar, bless our labors. My name is Alicia Otis, and I'd like to tell you all about Leyawiin. Pinned between the savage and uncivilized provinces of Elsewhere and Blackmarsh, and guarding up the vital passage up the River Nibin from Topal Bay to the Imperial City, Leyawiin is a mighty fortress with tall stone walls and strong garrisons. Leyawiin is a bright and cheerful, prosperous town in the midst of Blackwood's swampy wilderness, with wide, bright streets, large, comfortable houses, half-timbered or painted stucco, many of which are colorful and not too dirty or weather-worn. There are trees and flowering shrubs everywhere, and peaceful plazas and ponds for quiet contemplation. Indeed, if it weren't for the raffish rabble of Argonian and Khajiit descent, Leyawiin would be a pleasant and safe place to visit. Marius Caro is Count of Leyawiin, and his recent bride, the lovely and cultivated Alicia Caro, is the daughter of the righteous and reliable Countess Irina Valga of Coral. The Count and Countess are energetic supporters of imperialization, and they work tirelessly to bring the traditional values of hard-working, chapel-going, and law-abiding Nibonese heartland imperial culture to the frontier outpost. The town itself lies with tall curtain walls on the west bank of the Nibin. To the east, through the two gates, lies the inner keep and Castle Leyawiin, straddling the deep channels of the river. The Chapel of Zenithar lies in the northwest near the west gate. All the shops, inns, and guild halls lie south of the chapel, in the western half of town, except for a fine bookstore and general trader north of the road traversing the town east-west from the west gate. The residential part of the town runs along the single wide north-south boulevard, backed on the east by deep ponds created by impounding one of the meandering channels of the Nibin. The Chapel of Stendar and the Count and Countess are partners in attempting to extend the benefits of heartland Nibonese culture to the benighted frontier populations of Blackwood and the lower Nibin. Trade and industry are strong in Leyawiin, thanks to the patronage of Zenithar, and notwithstanding the bandits and troubling caravans and travelers along the Green Road through the recently annexed Trans-Nibin. Leyawiin boasts the finest collection of shops and tradesmen in Cyrodiil, outside of the Imperial City, of course. Even the craftsmen and trainers of the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild are of a higher order of quality. Where special mention is Southern Books, a bookstore owned by an orc, always stocking multiple copies of A Children's Anod, a religious book appropriate for those ignorant of the mysteries of the faith and adapted to the meanest understanding. Recently, a new competitor for the Fighters Guild, a mercenary hall called the Blackwood Company, has commenced operations here in a striking new building. Despite being staffed almost exclusively by Khajiit and Argonians, the officers are polite, well-spoken, and deferential. I'm told they aggressively compete for the Fighters Guild for price and service. This is the imperial way and pleasing to Zenithar, to extend prosperity and security through enterprising commercial ventures. I'm sorry to say, not all Khajiit and Argonians in Leyawiin are as presentable and industrious as the members of the Blackwood Company. Lizardmen and catfolk are to be seen in the streets at all hours, lounging and gossiping. If only these creatures would spend a little more time keeping themselves and their homes clean. Praise the Nine and turn away from sin. Followers of the Grey Fox. We are the Fingers of the Fox, the children of the shadows. More commonly, we are known as the Thieves Guild. There are but 3 rules for followers of the Grey Fox. First, never steal from another member of the guild. Second, never kill anyone on the job. This is not the Dark Brotherhood. Animals and monsters can be slain if necessary. Third, don't steal from the poor. The peasants and beggars are under the personal protection of the Grey Fox, particularly in the Imperial City waterfront. Breaking any of the 3 rules means expulsion from the Thieves Guild. If you commit murder, you must pay the blood price to rejoin the guild. Blood price is for each person slain. You can pay any to the guild doyen. Each doyen are the hands and the eyes of the guildmaster. You take your orders from them. You get your favors from them. They can pay off the imperial judges to remove your crimes, for a small fee, of course. Our guildmaster is the Grey Fox. We don't talk about him in public. However, we make sure that most folks think he is just a myth. We're thieves, not masons or scribes. Each member steals at his own discretion. The guild neither helps nor hinders with a burglary. However, you will find that you can only sell stolen property to one of our guild fences. Other merchants won't take hot merchandise. You won't be considered for promotion in the Thieves Guild unless you've sold enough stolen property to the fences. The higher in the guild you rise, the more stolen property you need to have fenced. If you should be called to help the Grey Fox in some special way, remember that the best source of information is the beggars. Their eyes and ears seem to be everywhere. However, be prepared to spend a little coin. They won't tell you anything for free, and at least not anything true. The guild takes care of its own. The doyen can remove the bounty from any guild member. However, it takes money to bribe the guards. The guild member must pay the doyen half of his total fines to get rid of them.
All right.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Can you tell me about the Mages Guild?
The guild lost a good number of members when Traven banned the practice of necromancy. But some of us stayed behind.
How do I get a recommendation?
Oh boy. Good luck getting that. DeGale's the only one who can write one. If she can remember who she is today, that is.
Just gonna let that hang there, huh?
Farewell.
Yes? Is there something I can help you with, Associate?
Do you know where I can find DeGale?
You may need to ask around, but training in all the schools of magic can be found at our various guild halls.
What about a recommendation?
Ah, yes. I'm afraid I'm unable to issue a recommendation. Only DeGale can do that. You may try to speak to her. If it doesn't go well, come see me. Smart to keep your magic items charged. Well, have a look around. You won't find better prices and... Take your time. What can I interest you? Thank you.
I probably messed this up just because of my, I don't think I have that high enough mysticism. Yeah, not even close.
Yes? What can I interest you in?
Wait, what can you tell me about DeGale?
She's led such a troubled life. I just do what I can to make it easier on her. She's led such a troubled life. I just do what I can to make it easier on her. You too.
Nice to meet you. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something. I can't do that. I can't afford. You're trying to. Thank you for.
What do you know about Daedra shrines?
You mean the shrine to Nocturnal? That's north of Leyawiin, east of the lower Nibbin.
Excellent. And DeGale?
She was a very powerful mage once, from what I understand. Hard to imagine that, honestly.
What can you tell me about the Mages Guild?
Druja has a wide variety of spells for sale if there's something you need. Most of them are simple, but they're a good starting point. Let's do business.
It's not even easy to find lettuce here, is it? Sorry, I just need to check a message really quick.
May all your travels be...
Strassa of the Mages Guild, evoker and alchemist, and also, in his scant free time, a trainer in alchemy. But perhaps you are an adventurer? Could you assist me in acquiring something for my crystal collection?
What did you have in mind?
Straight to the point, eh? Good, I like that. I'm searching for some specific crystals known as Garidan's Tears. If you can locate these objects for me, I'd pay handsomely for each one.
Certainly, really, please proceed.
Wonderful. I had a good feeling about you from the moment that I saw you. I want you to bring me as many of Garidan's tears as you can find. If you do, I will pay you a fair bounty in gold for each one. I confess I have a weakness for crystals of a magical nature, and I must add these to my collection. This is a personal errand, you must understand, just between you and I. The Mages Guild has nothing to do with it.
Where do I find them?
The tears are not just a namesake. They're literally the frozen tears of a knight named Garidan Staurus, who lived many years ago. I'm not certain what happened to the knight, or why the tears were frozen, but I do know someone you could ask. Seek out Juliana Fanis at the Arcane University in the Imperial City. She oversees the alchemy headquarters there. If anyone can help you get more information about these crystals, she can.
Anything else you can tell me about the tears?
The tears are small crystals, bluish in appearance. Quite beautiful, I'd imagine.
What do you know of DeGale?
Nice lady, but strange. Talks to herself far more often than one should, in my opinion. Sometimes I wonder why she hasn't just retired and gone someplace to rest. Bring my salutations to Giuliani. Safe journey to you.
Hi there. Savi, Count's mage and castle healer, your servant. You too.
You seek wisdom from me, child? Ah, no, you seek words. Words are difficult. They come and go. The voices, though, so loud they are, they drown out the words. Without my amulet, my stone to lock the voices away, the words will never come and stay. Would you lift your hands to help another, to help me find the words?
Of course I'll help.
Then seek Agata, child. She will see the path and set you on it. I must rest. Farewell, child.
All right.
Greetings, guildmate.
You clearly
Yes?
know more
Is there
than what
something
you
I
were
can help you
talking
with,
about
associate?
before.
I take it you've spoken to DeGale. Then you know she is not well. She has visions, for lack of a better term. While they used to be helpful at times, they have lately become problematic. There was an amulet, a family heirloom that she wore to suppress and sometimes focus the visions. She's lost the amulet, and so has lost control.
Okay, so what are we gonna do about it?
At times, they served her well. She gained something of a reputation in the guild and was highly valued by the council. As she aged, the visions became less coherent. Rather than cast her aside, the council gave her a position here. Some resent her and wish she'd disappear. I do not. I am proud to help her with her daily tasks.
Well, let's talk about the Seer Stone.
I'm surprised she discussed it with you. She wanted to keep it from the others. I should speak to her about that. Yes, her Seer Stone is missing. It's the one thing that has kept her visions at bay, and without it, they're nearly crippling. She can't function. We haven't yet spoken to the others, for fear they would be less than accepting of her situation. Perhaps it is time, though. I will continue to tend to DeGale. Can you speak with the other mages and find out if any of them have seen the stone? Farewell.
Well, I have a guess of who would probably want it first.
I suggest you make your way to the Imperial City. Can't make money by standing here.
What do you think of Agata?
She's been a great help to all of us in the guild. Without her, I think the Gale would be lost at times.
What do you know about the Seer Stone?
I'm afraid I don't know anything about it. I heard it was missing, though. Kalthar was talking about it recently. He seemed very agitated about it, almost happy. Strange, isn't that? Bring my salutations to Giuliani. Safe journey.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
What do you think of Agata, who's standing right next to us, and so I expect you will give an honest answer?
She's the one you want to talk to if you actually need something to get done around here. I don't even know why DeGale is still around.
Well, tell me more about DeGale, then.
I've heard she was put in charge of the Leyawiin Guild Hall as a favor, not because she deserved it. That doesn't seem right, does it?
What do you know about the Seer Stone?
Well, well. Word is finally spreading, is it? They won't be able to keep up this facade much longer. Yeah, I know all about it. I overheard Agata and DeGale talking. And you know what? I'm glad it's gone. Why should we be forced to work under someone who's only kept sane by a magical trinket? Haven't we sacrificed enough already? She shouldn't even be here anymore. Hell, the only reason her father ever fit in anywhere is because he kept a low profile. And look what it got him. Years of service to the Empire, and not even a tombstone over his head. Humph. At least he was able to maintain the illusion of sanity. I know. I get way too fired up over this. It just annoys me that she's in charge of the guild when she's clearly not fit, that's all.
How do you make your beard appear out of a different dimension? What else do you know about the Seer Stone?
What, haven't I said enough already? Just let it go. Once someone finally realizes what's going on here, maybe things will change. You'll see, things will change.
Kalthar seemed to know a great deal about the missing amulet. I should tell Agata what he's told me.
Yes, Is there something I can help you with, associate?
Clearly, I need to inform you about the conversation that happened less than a meter away from you.
So Calthar overheard us, did he? That explains why he's been so cranky lately. But we never said anything about DeGale's father. How would he know anything about that? If there's some sort of connection between the Seer Stone and DeGale's father, I don't know about it. Maybe if you ask her, it will jog her memory. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye on Calthar.
Anything else to say about it?
There may be a connection to DeGale's father. Have you spoken to her about it?
Obviously not.
Good day.
You
Hi.
seek more from me, child? It is as I have seen. I know what you would ask. You would bring light to that which is in darkness, bring silence to the voices so loud. I know where you must go. Blood ran blue and dragons flew high. Under broken towers and broken bodies it now lies, waiting to be found. What was my sire's must be mine if you would have the words you seek. You must go and find his stone.
Thanks.
Nothing has changed, child. The voices still cry out, and I am unable to hear. If they can be sealed away, our work may begin. Farewell, child.
What is it now?
Yes? Is there something I can help you with, associate?
No comment on the chandelier swinging. Ugh.
I need to find the fort in which DeGale's father was stationed. It should be somewhere near Leyawiin.
Oh,
Yes?
God.
Is there something I can help you with, associate? She's led such a Be seen.
It's my pleasure.
What? Good day.
Well, let's deal with the stolen ring first, I guess.
A coin for an old beggar? I'm so hungry.
Do you know where I can find him, Yusi?
The poor bugger was arrested. Seems he tried to swindle the Countess. He's rotting in a cell in the castle dungeon now. It's common knowledge that the jailers can be bribed to allow visitors to see prisoners.
Thanks.
Blessings of Arcade.
Hi there.
Huh. Neat.
Are you the Count?
Yes.
You're a liar. You don't even look like a Count.
Why did you ask?
Hi there.
Back to this, I guess.
You're not supposed to be down here.
Do you know a gentleman by the name of Imusi?
Yeah, we got him here. Argonians aren't allowed visitors, though. Countess Alicia's orders. She's the thing about the lizard folk.
Not even for 20 gold coins.
Amuse, you say? I thought you wanted to see Amude. He's off limits. Amuse, though, is just down the hall. Make it quick. I have to get back to work now.
Sup?
What do you want?
How did you end up in Leyawiin?
The Thieves Guild refused to take me, so I came here. Leyawiin is my home. It is where I was raised. I went to the Imperial City in hopes of joining the Thieves Guild. Now, I am forced to live as a freelance thief.
So tell me about the ring.
Why should I tell you where it is? Here I sit in Leyawiin's dungeon while you are free. What will you do for Amusai if I tell you?
What if I gave you a lockpick?
You'd do that for me? Maybe you guild types aren't so bad after all. Okay, it's a deal. Give me a lockpick, and I'll tell you about the ring.
Here.
Sunlit freedom. Yes, I stole that ring from Adarji. When I went to sell it, the fence told me I was too hot for him. He showed me an inscription on the inside, to Alessia. That had to be the Countess of Leyawiin. The damn ring was stolen property. Well, I figured I would ransom it back to the Countess, except she tricked me. I was arrested for theft, and she kept the ring. The Countess rarely leaves the castle. Good luck getting it back. I owe you a debt of gratitude.
Amusai told me that the ring was inscribed on the inside with the name Alicia Caro, aka the Countess of Leyawiin. Apparently, he tried to sell it back to her. When he went to deliver the ring, he was arrested and thrown into jail. She kept the ring. It must be somewhere in the castle, assuming she isn't wearing it. I'll need to find someone who can tell exactly where. This might be a good time to revisit Adarji, or to see what the beggars know.
And given that we were dealing with the voices, let's hear another story.
The Madness of Pelagius by Sethanes. The man who would be emperor of all Tamriel was born Thoris Pelagius Septim, a prince of the royal family of Wayrest in 3rd Era 119, at the end of the glorious reign of his uncle, Antiochus I. Wayrest had been showered by much preference during the years before Pelagius's birth, for King Magnus was Antiochus's favorite brother. It is hard to say when Pelagius's madness first manifested itself, for, in truth, the first 10 years of his life were marked by much insanity in the land itself. When Pelagius was just over a year old, Antiochus died, and his daughter, Kintara, assumed the throne to the acclaim of all. Kintara II was Pelagius's cousin, and an accomplished mystic and sorceress. If she had sufficient means to peer into the future, she would surely have fled the palace. The story of the War of the Red Diamond has been told in many other scholarly journals, but as most historians agree, Kintara II's reign was usurped by her and Pelagius's cousin, Uriel, by the power of his mother Potema, the so-called Wolf Queen of Solitude. The year after her coronation, Kintara was trapped in Glenpoint and imprisoned in the imperial dungeons there. All of Tamriel exploded into warfare as Prince Uriel took the throne as Uriel III at High Rock because of the imprisoned empress's presence there was the location of some of the bloodiest battles. Pelagius's father, King Magnus, allied himself with his brother Sepphoris against the usurper emperor, and brought the wrath of Uriel III and Queen Potema down on Wayrest. Pelagius, his brothers and sisters, and his mother, Euthelia, fled to the Isle of Balferia. Euthelia was of the line of Direni, and her father, family manse, is still located on that ancient isle even to this day. There is thankfully much written record of Pelagius's childhood in Balferia, recorded by nurses and visitors. All who met him described him as a handsome, personable boy, interested in sport, magic, and music. Even assuming Diplomat's lack of candor, Pelagius seemed, if anything, a blessing to the future of the Septim dynasty. When Pelagius was 8, Sepphoris slew Uriel III at the Battle of Ikidag and proclaimed himself Emperor Sepphoris I. For the next 10 years of his reign, Sepphoris battled Potema. Pelagius's first battle was the Siege of Solitude, which ended with Potema's death and the final end of the war. In gratitude, Sepphoris placed Pelagius on the throne of Solitude. As the King of Solitude, Pelagius's eccentricities and of behavior began to be noticeable. As a favorite nephew of the Emperor, few diplomats to Solitude made critical comments about Pelagius. For the first 2 years of his reign, Pelagius was at the very least noted for his alarming shifts in weight. 4 months after taking the throne, a diplomat from Ebonheart called Pelagius a hale and hearty soul with a heart so big it widens the waist. 5 months after that, the visiting princess of Firsthold wrote to her brother that the king gripped my hand and it felt like I was being clutched by a skeleton. Pelagius is greatly emaciated indeed. Sepphoris never married and died childless 3 years after the Siege of Solitude. As the only surviving sibling, Pelagius's father, Magnus, left the throne of Wayrest and took residence at the imperial city as Emperor Magnus I. Magnus was elderly and Pelagius was his oldest living child, so the attention of Tamriel focused on Solitude. By this time, Pelagius's eccentricities were becoming infamous. There are many legends about the acts as King of Solitude, but few well-documented cases exist. It is known that Pelagius locked the young prince and princesses of Silvanar in his room with him, only releasing them when an unsigned declaration of war was slipped under the door. When he tore off his clothes during a speech he was giving at a local festival, his advisors apparently decided to watch him more carefully. On the orders of Magnus, Pelagius was married to the beautiful heiress of an ancient dark elf noble family, Kataraya Rathim. Nordic kings who marry dark elves seldom improve their popularity. There are 2 reasons most scholars give for the union. Magnus was trying to cement relations with Ebonheart, where the Rathim clan hailed. Ebonheart's neighbor, Mournhold, had been a historical ally of the Empire since the very beginning. The royal consort of Queen Berenzia had won many battles in the War of the Red Diamond. Ebonheart had a poorly kept secret of aiding Uriel III in Potema. The other reason for the marriage was more personal. Kataraya was as shrewd a diplomat as she was beautiful. If any creature was capable of hiding Pelagius's madness, it was she. On the 8th of Second Seed, 3rd Era 145, Magnus I died quietly in his sleep. Geleth, Pelagius's sister, took over the throne of Solitude, and Pelagius and Kataraya rode to the imperial city to be crowned Emperor and Empress of Tamriel. It is said that Pelagius fainted when the crown was placed upon his head, but Kataraya held him so only those closest to the thrones could see what had happened. Like so many of Pelagius's stories, this cannot be verified. Pelagius III never truly ruled Tamriel. Kataraya and the Elder Council made all the decisions and only tried to keep Pelagius from embarrassing all. Still, stories of Pelagius III's reign still exist. It was said that when the Argonian ambassador from Blackrose came to court, Pelagius insisted on speaking in all grunts and squeaks, as that was the Argonians' natural language. It is known that Pelagius was obsessed with cleanliness, and many guests reported waking to the noise of an early morning scrub down of the imperial palace. The legend of Pelagius, while inspecting the servants' work, suddenly defecating on the floor to give them something to do is probably apocryphal. When Pelagius began actually biting and attacking visitors at the imperial palace, it was decided to send him to a private asylum. Kataraya was proclaimed regent 2 years after Pelagius took the throne. For the next 6 years, the emperor stayed in a series of institutions and asylums. Traitors to the empire have many lies to spread about this period. Whispered stories of hideous experiments and tortures performed on Pelagius have almost become accepted as fact. The noble lady Kataraya became pregnant shortly after the emperor was sent away, and rumors of infidelity and even more absurd conspiracies to keep the sane emperor locked away ran amok. As Kataraya proved, her pregnancy came about after a visit to her husband's cell. With no other evidence, as loyal subjects, we are bound to accept the empress's word on the matter. Her second child, who would reign for many years as Uriel IV, was a child of her union with her consort Larita, and publicly acknowledged as such. On a warm night in Sun's Dawn, in his 34th year, Pelagius III died after a brief fever in a cell at the Temple of Kinnereth in the Isle of Brittany. Catariah I reigned for another 46 years before passing the scepter onto the only child that she had with Pelagius, Cassander. Pelagius's wild behavior has made him perversely dear to the province of his birth and death. The second of Sun's Dawn, which may or may not be the anniversary of his death, records are not very clear, is celebrated as Mad Pelagius, the time when foolishness of all sorts is encouraged, and so one of the least desirable emperors in the history of the Septim dynasty has become one of the most famous ones.
Sorry, I'm actually feeling the hour at the moment, so I'm a little dazed in the reading.
Hello?
Nice shoes.
Ah, me children will thank you for your help.
Tell me about the recovered Caro family ring.
So, Alessia Caro has recovered her ring, and now you want to know where she keeps it so you can steal it back. My pockets are a little light at the moment, if you know what I mean.
I have some rocks for you if you'd like. Could spare for 10 gold coins.
I don't know where she keeps the ring, but I know who does. Talk to Ledara Mathril, the Countess's handmaiden. She eats dinner in the castle at the 8th bell. You may have to sweet-talk her, but she knows all about Alessia Caro's habits and schedule. You should know that there are other secrets in that castle.
What secrets?
I've heard of a hidden torture chamber. They say that Count Marius interrogates Argonian immigrants from Black Marsh. The servants whisper that the Argonians are dragged into the basement and never seen again. You should stay out of there, just in case.
Why? I'm not Argonian.
Blessings of Mystara upon ye.
Let's hear it.
What is it?
Oh my! Are you an adventurer?
I am.
Marius Caro, by grace of the Nine, Count Leyawiin. You are a stranger to me, but well met. Perhaps you would like to do a service for County Leyawiin.
What kind of service?
I need your help. An orc named Mazoga here claims to be a knight, but will not reveal her business. Find out why she is here and report to me, and you will earn a reward suitable for those who serve Leyawiin.
What else can you tell me about this job?
Did you find out why the orc is here?
Not yet.
Then I await your report.
Can you tell me about the ring?
I don't think it would be appropriate for me to talk about private family matters with a stranger.
Well, then let's get to know each other better.
We'll see. You can't scare me. Yeah, don't. My life is drab and wretched by comparison. That works for me. I don't.
Can you tell me about Leyawiin in general?
Our only hope to weather this Oblivion invasion is to defend our walls and be damned to what happens outside them.
Who's Chancellor Okado?
He and the rest of the Elder Council care nothing for Cyrodiil. They focus obsessively on the provinces, leaving us to fend for ourselves. Prompt attention to this matter will be rewarded.
Greetings. Welcome to Leyawiin. I'm Alicia Caro, and I have the honor to be the wife of the Count, Marius Caro. All right. Don't make me laugh. Where did you get that? That's good. How? Oh, please. All right, I get it.
So I heard about your ring.
I don't answer questions about royal jewelry from riffraff like you.
Fair enough.
We'll see. Goodbye.
I am Ladora Mothril, Lady Leyawiin's chaplain and chief advisor. I assist her ladyship so that her enlightened policies might achieve the greatest possible influence upon the affairs of County Leyawiin.
Let's get to know each other better.
All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not now. I salute you. Let's just talk. That's amazing. You can't scare me. Yeah, I get it. Don't talk such. My life is drab and wretched by comparison. Sure, that's cute. Don't waste your flattery. Sure, that's cute. I salute you. Most impressive. You can't. Don't waste your flattery on me. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Such adventures.
Let's talk about the ring.
I envy you. Countess Caro is so relieved to have the ring back. It's been missing for many years. She wears it constantly. Well, not all the time. I mean, she puts it in her jewelry box for baths and at night. No proper lady would wear her jewelry to bed.
Where might I find her during these hours?
Morning, she's at the town chapel. At the castle, she hosts the evening meal at 8. She retires sometime after 11. She travels to Coral on the Ides of every month. Don't even try to find her between the 15th and 17th.
What do you know about the missing Argonians?
Shh! It's dangerous to be heard talking about that! The Countess has a secret passage somewhere in the basement that leads to her private quarters. That's where the torture chamber is. Sometimes I can hear the screams of the prisoners when I'm in my chambers. I think I hear Milady calling.
Yeah.
How are you?
I would get out of here.
It seems there is a secret passage that leads from the basement of the Countess's private chambers. If I can find it, that passage might be a safer way to sneak into her room.
That should cover me for, Shigarath.
What?
What do you know about, does Alicia Caro come by here in the evening?
I don't think I like that question. Are you planning something nefarious? Why don't you just go away? I'm listening.
How about a joke?
I salute you. Most impressive. Don't... You've got a point. You think that's funny? That's enough. You think that's funny? Not... I salute you. Most impressive. Such adventures. How I envy you. You've got a point. Don't... That's just not funny. You... Gracious. What a hero. What a dumb joke. Don't waste your flattery on me. You... Gracious. What a dumb joke. Not now. That's not bad. Oh, the Countess is very happy to have her ring back. I don't think she's taken it off for days. Though if you want to hear the whole story, talk to Lidara. I have to get back to work now.
What is... I am Genonia Aruncia, chief maidservant of Castle Leyawiin. Farewell.
I'm really just looking for the basement at this point.
Are you the Count?
No.
Then go away.
How are you today?
It's my pleasure. I
Okay,
think I hear Milady calling.
now I am guessing that I can't get away with this, but I gotta try. Are you kidding me?
I think you should leave. I am Januarius Aruncia, the Count's footman and boot puller. Good day.
Now I am mildly curious if, I'm really just thinking of stuff that I can fence. I'm definitely going to need to make some choices as far as things that I can sell. Rat. So I think this room I'm going to be going back out into is, it's in the castle, so I may not be able to go back in. Alright, so if they retire at 11...
Good to see you.
Are you the Count?
Count sent me.
The Count? Then I can talk to you. I'm Mazoga.
Tell me about yourself.
Yes, I'm an orc. I was born under a rock and I have no parents, so I don't need a family name. I guess you don't know how to talk to a knight, so I'll teach you. Say, yes, Sir Mazoga.
Yes, Sir Mazoga.
All right, then. Just don't forget.
So, what's a knight do?
I'm a free knight. I don't have a lord. You got a problem with that?
No, Sir Mazoga.
All right, then. There's an Argonian named Weebamna in town. Go get him for me.
What do you want with Weebamna?
Do you know where Weebamna is? I hear he's a hunter, knows all about the woods around here.
No.
Then go find him. Tell him I want to see him right now. I'll meet him here.
An orc named Mazoga sent me to find Weebamna and tell him to meet Mazoga in the county hall of Castle Leyawiin.
Let's switch up the priority for the time being.
Its scent is unfamiliar.
Hello.
Heidi.
I'm Weebamna. What do you want?
Orc's looking for you.
I see. So an orc named Mazoga wants to see me, and she expects me to come to her? I don't know her. I'd be smart to ignore her. But I never learned anything by being smart, and you seem to be a right skipper. So I guess I'll have to go see what this is about. Thank you.
I delivered Mazoga's message, and Weebamna agreed to go talk to Mazoga. Maybe I should tag along to find out what this is about.
Well met.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
Hello. How about mixing up some potions?
What are you?
You want to speak to me?
You are Weebamna?
Yes.
I want to go to Fisherman's Rock. Where's that?
Fisherman's Rock is north of Leyawiin, about 6 hours' walk, on a point of land on the eastern shore of the Nibbin.
Take me there, now. I'm in a hurry.
Why?
That's my business.
Then, if you won't tell me why, I won't take you anywhere.
Then to hell with you.
Weebamna spoke with Mazoga. Perhaps now Mazoga will tell me what's going on.
Weebamna won't take me to Fisherman's Rock.
What do you want there?
Weebamna won't take me to Fisherman's Rock. You know where it is?
No.
The Argonian said Fisherman's Rock is north of Leyawiin, on a point of land on the east shore of the Nibbin. Take me there. Now.
Why?
This guy, Mogan's Windshifter, he camps at Fisherman's Rock. So you take me there, and I talk to him, and then we see what happens. You hear me? I talk to him first. No smashing in his teeth or chopping off his head. Understand?
Talking, then smashing and chopping.
Could be. You know how it is. But not until I'm finished talking.
I understand. Follow me.
The Argonian says it's north of Leyawiin, about 6 hours' walk, on the east bank of the Nibbin. Let's get moving.
Follow me.
Get moving! I'm right behind you. What are we waiting for?
Who will help an old pig?
That's why I'm saving a lot. I'm gonna have to deal with that gate. Well, no, I guess I can tell the orc to wait.
Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Why won't you die? Ow! Scholars could bleed you slow. Die, damn you! Take me to Fisherman's Rock. Now!
Just a minute.
Come on, what's the holdup? What are we waiting for?
Hot, 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 hot. I seem to remember I used to be able to get a way to go through this. Nuts. This is all really just an incentive to boost my Athletics. I already won.
Take me to Fisherman's Rock. Now!
As you wish, monsieur.
Get moving. I'm right behind you. What are we waiting for?
Just trying to find the path again. Eventually I'm gonna have to get off the path at some point. Wait. Something really weird's happening here. It's like an invisible wall here. Suppose lucky me there's no Oblivion gate. Oh, that may not be true.
Sorry, no time to talk. I have to deliver these copies of the Black Horse Courier. Have you heard of the Blackwood Company? Read all about them.
The Black Horse Courier. Fighters Guild faces tough competition. The Fighters Guild has been an institution in Tamriel for as long as most anyone can remember. These brave men and women have, for countless years, always been available to do those jobs that the average citizen is simply not qualified to handle. Whether it be ridding a homeowner of a plague of rats or rescuing a wayward scholar, the Fighters Guild has always been available for anyone with enough coin to pay their modest fees. Now, however, it seems the Fighters Guild is not the only game in town. A new group has recently been making a lot of waves in Cyrodiil. They call themselves the Blackwood Company, and they've let it be known that they'll handle any job that the Fighters Guild will, and many that they won't. While the Fighters Guild has always maintained the strictest standards on both the quality of their members and the legality of the contracts they accept, the Blackwood Company makes none of the same claims. They have no screening process when accepting new members, and they seem to be willing to accept any contract, assuming that one can afford the price tag. Some have questioned the Blackwood Company's methods. They are rumored to be reckless and indiscriminate. Many have spoken of needless damage to persons and property during the fulfillment of a contract. None of those we spoke to were willing to go on the record for this article. What the future holds for this upstart group remains to be seen. Are they the perfect solution for a quickly changing world? Will their methods force the Fighters Guild to adopt more lenient business practices? Only time will tell. Until then, if you need a job done and the Fighters Guild won't do it, check out your local Blackwood Company.
I'm Mogan's Windshifter. I'm having a look around. You mind?
What are you waiting for?
Take me to Fisherman's Rock. Now.
We're here.
What are we waiting for?
Good question.
Remember me?
No. Who are you?
I'm Zoga. You killed my friend Ravindra.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a lying bastard. You killed Ravindra, and now I'm going to kill you.
Mazoga spoke to Mogan's Windshifter, and then they started to fight. Mogan's has had his gang with him, so Mazoga needs some help.
I just launched a Khajiit into space. Ah! I want to try that again. I do sometimes want to let the chips fall where they may, but I sometimes feel with some of the combat encounters, I give myself a little more leniency.
Oh!
Remember me?
No. Who are you?
I'm Mazoga. You killed my friend Ravindra.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a lying bastard. You killed Ravindra, and now I'm going to kill you.
Ow!
Show me what you got.
Why?
Show me what you got.
I'll send your bloody fools I'll hack you to pieces.
Obviously lots of opportunities for looting, but no inventory space. No, come on.
At Fisherman's Rock, Mazoga got into a fight with 4 bandits. Now all 4 bandits are dead, and now I must report to Marius Caro.
I kept my oath. Mogan's Windshifter is dead. Mogan's Windshifter had a gang. They robbed and killed travelers. But Ravindra saw and told the guards. Mogan's got away. But first he killed Ravindra. My best friend, Ravindra. That day, I became a knight and swore a knight's oath. I searched a long time and asked everyone. Then I finally heard he was hiding at Fisherman's Rock. So now you know everything. You helped me, and I won't forget. Take what you want from the dead. I came to keep my oath, and now I'm done.
Got anything else about your story to tell?
When I saw my friend killed, I swore I'd be a true knight and right all wrongs. So now I gotta do some good deeds. I don't know much about being a knight, but I'm gonna learn. Say, you did me a good deed. You ought to be a real knight yourself. You're a pal.
No lettuce fans. Oh, that's right. I forgot I had willpower damage. Oh my god. That's frustrating beyond all belief. I gotta do this fight again.
Remember me?
No. Who are you?
I'm Mazoga. You killed my friend Ravindra.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a lying bastard. You killed Ravindra? And now I'm going to kill you. This is the
part where you fall down.
Oh, come on!
Remember me?
No. Who are you?
I'm Mazoga. You killed my friend Ravindra.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a lying bastard. You killed Ravindra, and now I'm going to kill you. Yeah! This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. Do your worst.
Hit it with a spray bottle.
At Fisherman's Rock, Mazoga got into a fight with 4 bandits. Now all 4 bandits are dead, and I must report to Marius Caro.
I kept my oath.
Obviously, we've heard this before.
You're a pal. What is your business in this place?
Well, I'm here to see the Shrine of Nocturnal.
You should not be in this place. What is your business here? Do you believe yourself worthy to speak to Nocturnal?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Perhaps you have been summoned. Perhaps Nocturnal desires your service and has guided you here. Approach.
Anything else I need to know about summoning?
Approach the shrine. Her eye is upon you.
I really just want to find out what I need for the...
Night among the strangers. Secrets in the dark. Nocturnal is here. But my eye is blind and drowned, stolen from its shrine and hid in dark waters. To steal from a god is most unwise. In Leyawiin, 2 Argonians think themselves secret, but the eye has seen them. Find these thieves in the city that spans the waters. Learn where they hide my eye. Retrieve the eye of nocturnal mortal, and return it to me, and I shall look favorably upon you.
When summoned, Nocturnal spoke to me of the Eye of Nocturnal, which has been stolen. Daedra believes the thieves to be in Leyawiin. I am to go there, find the thieves, and return the eye to the shrine.
Alright, so with luck, we'll be able to steal the ring back now. Assuming we don't get caught, should be pretty straightforward.
You violated the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. Then pay. That the best you can do? Arr!
That's mine.
You won't get away with this!
Alright, so this was supposed to be the safer passage. Go to hell. You'll never catch me alive. So, I'll admit I'm not 100% sure how the whole invisibility thing works.
Hello, friend.
So what do you think of Leyawiin?
I like Leyawiin. That count got you to help me. Damn nice, both of you. Think I'll stick around. Maybe do some good deeds here. You're a pal.
All right. Guess this will give me a chance to sell off some of the surplus items I have. cool. Room for one more. Alright, so if I can, I'd like to stop by a merchant just to sell off whatever surplus I can.
Good to see. The common folk of Leyawiin recognize your valor, even if Count Marius does not. What do you need, friend? Take care.
Wait a minute. Yeah, wrong group. Unbelievable.
The dividing line between...
Alright.
Let's do business.
Indeed. Oh.
Bye.
It might actually be genuinely full up.
If it isn't the toast... What can I interest you in?
Yeah, we can get rid of these.
Take care.
So we clearly still have quite a bit to do left in Leyawiin. But our main reason for coming here, or our motivating reason rather, should be finished.
Why does the prey approach me?
Is this your
Does
ring?
the hunter have this one's ring?
Amusi tried to sell it back.
Amuse tried to sell it to Alicia Caro. Ah, stupid lizard. Adarji uses the ring much more wisely. I use it to collect and sell information. That ring can be used to read private messages the Count writes. Get me that ring. Steal it from Alicia Caro if necessary. Just bring me the ring. I will pay double. Does the hunter have this one's ring?
Here it is.
My ring. Oh, thanks to the claws of the clan mother, you have recovered it. Is that slimy Argonian dead? Did he suffer long? I hope so. You have earned the reward. The Thieves Guild was always good to Adagi's dearest mate. I am grateful that the memory is still honored. Swift hunting.
Darji was very grateful and rewarded me nicely for the ring. I get the feeling that she hates Argonians, though. No wonder Amusi had trouble with her. Now all I have to do is report back to Scriva and Bravel.
See if there's a fence nearby.
Are you looking for a fence? This should be good.
Want to buy a stolen silver warhammer from the torture chamber?
No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. Deal. I can sell it for twice that price to the right customer. Deal. You've made a good bit of gold. Don't just walk away like you don't know me.
Finding the Elder Scrolls. Of night, the Elder Scrolls themselves can pierce the veil. They offer a view of the flux of time itself. The prophet who reads the scroll must sees one version of what might be. Another prophet might have a different vision with equal veracity. The price for insight is the reader's sight. He is struck blind and...
Shadow hide you. Are you looking for a fence? This should be good. I'll just... Shadow hide you.
Now I figure, the thing is, I don't feel that bad about stealing stealing from a countess that has a secret Argonian torture chamber. So if I have a chance, I will liberate a few more items out of the throne room.
I heard you know how to move in light armor.
I do.
Oh, my.
I hope you've been successful. Have you learned why the orc is here?
To avenge a murdered friend.
Such vengeance is a noble deed. Leyawiin thanks you for your service, and I have a fitting reward for such noble deeds. I address my offer to you and your friend. Would you like to become knights errant?
What does that entail?
I have created a chivalric order of the White Stallion. Find and kill the leader of the Black Bow Bandits, the orc named Black Brugo. If you succeed, I will bestow on both you and Mazoga the titles of Knights Errant of the White Stallion for your service to Leyawiin.
Sounds fun. What do you know of the Eye of Nocturnal?
Eye of Nocturnal? Doesn't sound familiar to me.
So what has Black Brugo done to deserve your attention?
The outlaw, Black Brugo, is a menace to County Leyawiin. They call his marauders Black Bow Bandits because they use black bows. Find Black Brugo and execute him for his crimes, and I will make both you and your friend Mazoga Knights Errant of the White Stallion.
How should we locate Black Brugo?
In her shadowy past, your friend Mazoga might have had contacts with outlaws. Ask her.
Anything else you can say about him?
What news do you have of Black Brugo? Then you'll be eager to be on your way. I won't keep you. Remember, a knight's title shall
I
be
heard you
your
know how to
reward.
move in light armor.
I
The
do.
Count always says that Leyawiin stands alone, but your actions proved him wrong. Well done.
What else can you tell me about Leyawiin?
In these difficult times, we must count on persons such as you to secure our borders from bandits and rabble-rousers. We all profit by your lawful pursuit of the unlawful, and we encourage you to attack, burn, loot, and destroy them wherever you can. Take care.
Oh, this Joker's gonna cause me trouble again. I'll come back for the sword if I have the weight.
Warrior by Revan. This is the third book in a 4-book series. If you have not read the first 2 books, Beggar and Thief, you would be well advised to do so. Soibud Errol did not know much of his past, nor did he care to. As a child, he lived in Errolgard, but the kingdom was very poor and taxes were, as a result, very high. He was too young to manage his abundant inheritance, but his servants, fearing that their master would be ruined, moved him to Jotunheim. No one knew why that location was picked. Some old maid, long dead now, had thought it was a good place to raise a child. No one else had a better idea. There may have been children with a more pampered, more spoiled existence than young Soibud, but that is doubtful. As he grew, he understood that he was rich, but he had nothing else. No family, no social position, no security at all. Loyalty, he found out on more than one occasion, cannot truly be bought. Knowing that he had but one asset, a vast fortune, he was determined to protect it, and, if possible, increase it. Some otherwise perfectly nice people are greedy, but Soibud was that rare accident of nature or breeding who has no other interest but acquiring and hoarding gold. He was willing to do anything to increase his fortune. Most recently, he had begun secretly hiring mercenaries to attack desirable properties and then buying them when no one wanted to live there anymore. The attacks would then, of course, cease, and Soibud would have profitable land which he had purchased for a song. It began small, with a few farms, but recently he had begun a more ambitious campaign. In north-central Skyrim, there was an area called the Alato, which is of unique geographical interest. It is a dormant volcanic valley surrounded on all sides by glaciers, so the earth is hot from the volcano, but the constant water, drizzle, and air is frigid. A grape called jazzberry grows there comfortably, and everywhere else in Tamriel it withers and dies. A strange vineyard is privately owned, and thus wine produced from it is thus rare and extremely expensive. It is said that the Emperor needs the permission of the Imperial Council to have a glass of it once a year. In order to harass the owner of the Alato into selling the land cheap, Soibud had to hire more than a few mercenaries. He had to hire the finest private army in Skyrim. Soibud did not like spending money, but he had agreed to pay the general of the army, a woman named Lesfrita, a gem the size of an apple. He had not yet given it to her. Payment was to be delivered on success of the mission, but he had trouble sleeping, knowing that he was going to give up such a prize. He had always slept during the day so that he could watch his storehouse by night, when he knew that thieves were about. That brings us to this moment when, after a fitful sleep, Soibud woke up at about noon and surprised a thief in his bedroom. The thief was Eslaf. Eslaf had been contemplating a leap from the window, 100 feet down, into the branches of a tree beyond the walls of the fortified palace, and a tumble into a stack of hay. Anyone who has ever attempted such a feat will testify that it takes some concentration and nerve to do such a thing. When he saw that the rich man sleeping in the room had awakened, both left him, and Eslaf slipped behind a tall ornamental shield on display to wait for Soibud to go back to sleep. Soibud did not go back to sleep. He had heard nothing, but could feel someone in the room with him. He stood up and began pacing the room. Soibud paced, and gradually decided that he was imagining things. No one was there. His fortune was safe and secure. He was returning to his bed when he heard a clunk. Turning around, he saw the gem, the one he was to give to Lesfrita, on the floor by the Moran cavalry shield. A hand reached out from behind the shield and grabbed it up. "Thief!" Soibud shouted out, grabbing a jeweled Akaviri katana from the wall and lunging at the shield. The fight between Eslaf and Soibud did not go down into the annals of great duels. Soibud did not know how to use a sword, and Eslaf was no expert at blocking with his shield. It was clumsy, it was awkward. Soibud was furious, but it was psychologically incapable of using the sword in any way that could damage its fine filigree, reducing its market value. Eslaf kept moving, dragging the shield with him, trying to keep it between him and the blade, which is, after all, the most essential part of any block. Soibud screamed in frustration as he struck the shield, bumping its way across the room. He even tried negotiating with this thief, explaining that the gem was promised to a great warrior named Lesfrita, and that he should give it back. Soibud would happily give him something else in return. Eslaf was not a genius, but he did not believe that. By the time Soibud's guards came to the bedroom in response to their master's calls, he had succeeded in backing the shield into a window. They fell on the shield, having considerably more expertise with their swords than Soibud did, but they discovered that there was no one behind it. Eslaf had leapt out of the window and escaped. As he ran heavily through the streets of Jotunheim, making jingling noises from the gold coins in his pockets, and feeling the huge gem chafed where he had hidden it, Sorry. Eslaf did not know where he should go next. He knew only that he could never go back to that town, and he must avoid the warrior named Lassafrida who had claims on the jewel. Eslaf's Errol story is continued in the book King.
Trying to maximize the value for the fence. Oh my god, really? I can't believe I have to do all that again.
Look at the muscles on you.
Hello.
I hope you've been... Then you'll... Remember...
The Count... Farewell.
Good afternoon.
Alright, let's try and make this, a little less painful. It kind of seems like a servant's quarters. I think we've read this before, but...
A less rude song by Anonymous. They say the Iliac Bay is the place to barrel round without a bit of apparel on, as advertised in that carol song. A tune that's sung as the west wind blows, about its lovely not wearing any clothes. Ladies singing high notes, men singing lows, implying that the most luscious depravity and complete absence of serious gravity can only be found in the waterous cavity of Iliac Bay. If you are the type who is more sinner than sinned, you'll find it all in Morrowind. But the truth, my child, is that nothing more wild than ordinary fashion, kind of slightly mad passion, can be detected, if at all, in Sentinel and Daggerfall. Whatever your odd needs, feathered, scaled, or finned, you'll find it all in Morrowind. It's an invention of bards that Bretons and Redguards have more than some staid fun and suffer deviant fornication. For the most of madness, not the least, the wise debaucher heads out east. Where your once steely reserve is now merely tinned, you'll find it all in Morrowind. In Morrowind there is sin, but pray do not confuse Dunmer variety with that found in tepid Western society, compared to which it nearly is piety. It isn't terribly ingenious, calling it prudery, observing the dark elf aversion to nudity. After all, the preferred sort of nudity in these parts is far more pernicious. From the Ashlanders to the wettest fishes, you'll find pleasure and pain quite delicious in Morrowind. If you find yourself with unkind kinship with your kin, you'll find it all in Morrowind.
For the love of Azura, can't a man have a bit of privacy? Get out of here!
What kind of privacy are you looking for in this place?
Good to hear.
Good day. I'm
Looks
listening.
like you're handy with the blade.
Hello, friend. Thank you again for your help.
know about Black Brugo?
I know Brugo. Long ago, back before I became Sir Mazoga. I split a share or two with Brugo.
Here's the offer from the Count.
Brugo's a jerk. He's got a hideout in a ruin called Telepi. Every night between midnight and 6 a.m., he stops there to pick up his take. We're pals, right? So we'll kill Black Brugo and be knights. I'll wait right here until you ask me to follow you.
Alright. Obviously we're gonna fence stuff first.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
It looks thievy to this one.
Greetings, honored friend. Are you looking for a fence?
I am, but
Shadow
apparently I can't sell to you yet.
Are you looking for a fence? Shadow hide you.
Anytime now.
Good lord.
It looks thievy to this one.
So again, we'll just wait on Dargy to go indoors. We'll see if we can sell.
Hello.
Hey.
Rejoice, through faith your afflictions are banished.
Are you looking for a fence?
I am. Oh, come on.
Shadow hide you.
Yep. This is the fantasy experience I signed up for. Watching my fence stare at an altar.
How about mixing up some... A pleasure to speak with you.
Why are you watching me?
It's a pretty town, and everyone is really friendly, except maybe some Khajiit and Argonians who are upset about the Transnibbin. I think it's a shame how they took that land from elsewhere, and Argonians are afraid it could happen to them too. Farewell.
Alright, I think at this point I will just call it, and we can try and, I need to kind of talk to the fence because I stole a bunch of stuff assuming that I'd be able to free up the inventory space. But we can deal with that another time. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.